Okay, hello guys. So for this video, as you can see here in the list, I made a list of all my rooms slash doors monsters and rainbow friends monsters real full names, my AU of course. But if some of you guys, I bet some of you guys don't know their names, their full names, and some of you might have some difficulties pronouncing them. So in this video, I will pronounce their names, and hopefully you guys can understand how to pronounce their names. So Red, his actual name is Joseph Blair. Makes sense. He's an evil British man. Seriously, Red is really cruel. I just don't like him at all in my AU. He's just straight up evil. Like, he's just straight up evil. Orange, Harish Sangha. Harish Sangha. Yellow, it's Mahendra Sangha. Mahendra, not Mahindra. It's Mahendra. And not Madila, okay? Chris, not Madila. And green, Maximino Alfaro. Maximino Alfaro, that's how I pronounce his name. I'm not Hispanic, so I don't have the Hispanic tongue going on, you see? For blue, it's Musazi Silva. It's not Musa. You can say it as Musazi or Musazi. Any pronunciation is correct for this one. For cyan, it's Damini Sangha. It can be Damini or Damini. Or Damini, it can be any of those two. Sangha. Because after all, orange, yellow and cyan are like siblings. Cyan being the youngest and orange being the oldest. Yes, the yellow is the weird, horny middle child. Purple, it's Baranan Yegorov. It's Yegorov. I think that's how you pronounce it properly. I don't know, Russian names are so weird. I'm not, if you're a Russian man, if you're a Russian watching this, I'm not shitting on your names, I promise. I just don't understand, your names are really hard to pronounce. I don't know, Russian is just really hard to pronounce and weird to speak, even though I never spoke Russian. But anyways, for my doors slash rooms monsters, for Rush, I gave his name as Raymond Mezzo. I was originally going to put his Mezzo part here, his surname, front, but that would make no sense because surnames are supposed to be in front. And these guys are emperors, so it would make no sense to put their surnames here in the front. For ambush, it's Atlas Mezzo. Atlas. For seek, it's Shane. I don't know, many people are confused to spell Shane and Scene, I've noticed. See, Shane is like this, Scene is S-E-A-N. Shane and Scene are very different words. It's Shane Zen. And for Seek's younger brother, Hyde. Get it? Because hide and seek. Yes, I'm really showing my age here. Anyways, Hyde's real name is Hassan Zen. It's Hassan. Pretty, I like his name, to be honest. For Figure, since Figure is not an emperor like the Mezzo twins and the Zen brothers, he's not an emperor. So that's why his name here, his normal name is his first name. It's because he's not an emperor. In my AU, if you're called by, like, if people call you by your last name, that means you're not an emperor. If you're an emperor, they'll either refer you to by your first name. Like for Rush, people call him Raymond. If Rush wasn't like a emperor, he would be referred as Mezzo, if that makes sense to you all. So Figure is known as Tyrorine Figure. Halt, he is known as Hilton Emily. It's because in my version, Halt used to be a human, but he committed suicide. I will explain his story later. But he's called as Halt. You can call him Mr. Emily as well. Mr. Emily or Mr. Hilton is good. For eyes, it's Zazan Zenit. As you can see, eyes, in my version, he's the Zen brothers' older non-binary cousin. He's like a very he's like a very, never mind. He's like their older cousin. He's non-binary. Sorry, I mean they. Sometimes the pronouns get a little bit confusing. So they are the non-binary cousin of the Zen brothers here. For Screech, also known as the second most powerful monster in my AU, his name is Zayden Demo Devi. I changed his name from Zayden Screech to Zayden Demo Devi because Demo Devi sounds more stronger. Because Devi in my language means goddess. I know it's a bit weird to give him a feminine name, but many people have like feminine names like Halt here. His last name is Emily, and everybody knows Emily is a female name. And Timothy. Timothaniel Demo Davy. The reason why he has Demo Davy as well, it's because Timothy is like the adopted son of Zayden Screech. Is Zayden Demo Davy here? He's the adopted son, so that's why his name also has the same surname. The others kind of count as Zayden. He sees all the other doors and rooms monsters as his son, but he did not raise them. They were already full-grown old-ass adults when he took them in. But Timmy here, he was raised by Zayden. That's why he has the same surname, if that makes any sense. And for Jack, his name is pretty simple. Jack Megalica. I don't know, I just changed his last name just a little bit. It's Jack Micheliga. A bit of a weird name, but I like it. It sounds good. And Lee Goblino. His actual name is Dante Goblino. Because after all El Goblino, he's not an emperor. Also, Jack, even though he is an emperor, you can refer to him by Megalica. He's fine with it. But he mostly prefers to be called by his actual name, you see. And for Jeff is also not a god. I don't mean god, he's not an emperor, but he prefers to be called by his nickname Jeff, even though his actual name is Jefferson Nile. Yes, Jefferson Nile, that's his full name. And Bob, he's just a skeleton. Bob, he's like the youngest of my Doors monsters. He's only 160 years old. He's like 163 years old, which is really young because the adopted son of the hostile Doors monsters is like 223 years old, which is Timothy. But anyways, for Bob, his full name is Bohanan Belsky. Pretty epic last name if you ask me. Belsky, that sounds so epic. And now for the Rooms monsters. In my AU, these guys, they're like the cousins of Russian Ambush. They're the cousins, all three of them, and three of them are triplets, which is interesting because in my AU I never had any triplets. For A60, the red one who runs at you with yellow eyes, his name is Abroxis Darius. They are from the Darius Empire. A90, the one who tells you to stop and if you move he'll turn red and kill you, his name is Akor Darius. And 120, the blue smiley face, his name is Alzer Darius. There you go. I guess now you guys know how to pronounce these guys' names. So if you guys actually pronounced any of these guys' names wrong, just tell me in the comments. I'll hopefully it's so you guys know how to pronounce all of these guys' names. So see you all in the next video. Bye.